Yo, what up, though? It's your man, Jay Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, a.k.a. I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say, Jay, you ice. Young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me. Mr. If you did it, I've done it before. I had it, got mad at it, don't want it no more. A.K.A. Mr. If you put me in a room with lions, Simba's dying. Come back 15 minutes later, I'll have dinner frying. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
I thought we was doing new intros this week. That shit sounded old.
You know,
and obnoxious.
Very arrogant.
It is what it is. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. And it's your man Dame going wild. The pride of Puritan Avenue, the West Side landlord, Thought Break Kid, the corner store conquistador, the liquor store legend, Mr. I don't know your bitch, I just know her tattoos. Welcome. Episode 60? Yeah.
Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast, episode 60. There is not a notable 60 anything.
Nah, it's not. We did the Googles and we came up.
If we miss something, email, call me out, do whatever, but there is not nothing that's good that's 60.
You on fire.
Whoa, wait a minute.
$60 million.
How much? Kobe put up 60 on this farewell game, right?
Yeah.
The Kobe Bryant farewell episode.
Can I say something that's probably like not popular?
Dog, don't time out before you say don't come in here with no fucking Kobe slander, dog.
I was never a Kobe fan.
Well, you know, some niggas ain't fan of pizza, but
I don't think Kobe. I think Kobe was overrated.
How? Like in what world?
At one point, he wasn't even the best player in his own state.
That's not true.
When Kobe played with Shaq, and I'm talking MVP year Shaq.
Shaq was dominant. He was not a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant.
Kobe may have had a more versatile game at that time, but like
who plays basketball better, Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal? Kobe Bryant, 100% of the time.
I would take Shaq in his prime. You can the league and the world is void of big men. You can find a good shooting guard comes out of college every year.
When Shaq was playing, the league was not void of good big men.
There was nobody. Like, Shaq played when David Robinson was, like, on the down end of his career.
No, Shaq played in 92.
But I'm saying, like, when Shaq came
94?
into the when Shaq came into the league, a lot of the big men were, like, on their decline. Kareem. I mean, not Kareem, but Hakeem. I was about to say Hakeem.
Hakeem still got a ring.
He still got a ring. But his best years were behind him.
He baked young Shaq. Took him to school. Kareem can play right now.
You wouldn't want to watch it.
Do you see Kareem? Because
he still be out there coaching the young niggas.
The nigga is in great fucking shape. I swear to God, he can pull him in a couple games.
Yeah, for a nigga 50 years old.
Dog, this nigga African, fam. He original bloodline. He original black don't crack.
Africans die every day, dog. Africans die every fucking day.
Not niggas named Hakeem Olajuwon. That motherfucker is original blood.
Yo, we got a guest. We got a guest in the studio with us too. My homeboy Jay Clear. We go way back to before indictments and other wild shit. Go ahead, fam.
What's happening, man? I'm just happy to be here, man.
Hey, man, we happy to have you here.
You gotta think of an intro, man. I know it's on the spot.
I have to come back because I can't top nothing y'all had.
Pass.
Yeah, I passed it. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing with that one.
All right.
What'd you say? Thought? What'd you say? Thought something? What'd you say?
The Thought Break Kid.
That's it, man.
Side note, you have incorporated a little bit of Shawn Michaels into your intro, and you have no Ric Flair into your intro. I just want to point that out there.
I changed that up because Ric Flair is still a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels. We'll have that debate.
I'm not a wrestler. Cause I'm a wrestler guy. I don't know.
We're not about to have this conversation again.
The old wrestling. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll say that for another day. So, how is your week?
I had a good week, man. Pretty dope week. I went to my man Daniel. Best friend, he had his baby shower.
D-Merritt, yeah.
D-Merritt had his baby shower.
Little D-Merritt had me in here drunk off that Remy and 40 ounces that week.
Shout out to him and Mika. Little Danny Lynn is coming pretty soon. So I'll start off the week. That was Saturday, but that was the beginning of our week because we had just wrapped up the podcast. Other than that, Had a bunch of people in here recording episodes this week, man. Studio's up and running. Shop Talk Podcast Studios.
Yeah, we got to keep the lights on and we got to pay rent.
For sure.
So if you're interested in doing a podcast, reach the fuck out.
Absolutely. Let me try to think, man. Before I didn't run into any. Yeah, man. Besides that, I'm good, man. It was a pretty sweet. Now the question is, sir, how was your week?
Fucked up. Fucked up from top to bottom. So yesterday, I got arrested in the city of Plymouth, Michigan on my way to work, which happens to be, I think this is my second or third arrest of the year. So not even a shout out, but fuck Plymouth police. I was on my way to work. Now, I ain't even going to front. My L's been dirty since 2015. I've probably turned them back on and had them clean for like a few months here or there. But for the most part, I've been riding dirty since 2015. I'm going up 275. I am 2 exits away from work.
Time out. So I looked at your Snapchat earlier today.
Okay.
Not today, that day. It said, I'm late for work. It's like 9:06. I got a tag.
I was late.
9:06. I'm thinking like, oh, this nigga probably speeding.
No, but that's the thing. When I'm late to work, I don't speed because the building ain't going nowhere. I'm just late.
I did this after the fact. You know what I'm saying? This is after the fact. So I went and checked. Let me tell you this. So this is in the middle of your story because this is how it happened chronologically. So I get a DM, a request because you got a request, but whatever.
Shout out to my homeboy Brian McGee
for sure
for reaching out for the DM.
Oh, B. McGee.
Yeah.
And it said 911. Call me about Dame. My stomach dropped. I'm like, shit. You never know what's happening out in the streets. Yeah. I'm like, it's just one or two things. Nigga went to jail or
I'm dead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason that niggas a look out. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm like, well, this nigga do go to jail a lot. So
more than I like.
You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I got that, I just picked my phone up. I just text you, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because
my phone was already off because I was already in police custody.
So that's the test. Basically, is so do the blue message turn green or do it go blue? The bitch turned green. So I called my man. He told me what was going on and shit. I'm like, all right, bet. So then I looked at then I went to your Snapchat. Like, when the last time this nigga snapped? How long he been in? Then I see the one that says, I'm late for work. It's 9:06. Then the next snap was the police picture of the police saying, "I'm going to jail."
Yeah. So the police officer pulled me over. I wasn't even speeding or nothing. He said that my plate came back invalid.
Ain't that the same shit?
Yeah, that's the same shit that happened to you. So he said my plate came back invalid. I knew when he went to the car with my license and registration, I already started getting my shit together and making texts and calls because I knew what time it was. Like, anytime they flick you out, if you get flicked and you got a suspended license, it's 50-50. But I know if you out of Detroit or the greater metropolitan area and you are African American, right, my nigga, you probably going to jail. So, of course, I went to jail. They took me in, booked me in Plymouth, Michigan. Took pictures of all my tattoos, which was, this is the first time I got arrested and I felt like the shit was like somewhat invasive because like I got to take off my shirt and show you, like I got closer to like 40, 50 tattoos on my body. So I got to show every last fucking, like y'all got to document every last fucking one. So they did that. Booked me. I started making calls.
It's not prison though, fam. Like, this is jail.
Yeah, this is just
like
literally lockup.
Not even county, nigga. This is like some Barney Fife shit.
Yeah, this is just regular local ass lockup. Not
they about to pin a murder on you.
Right.
They about to pin something on you, nigga.
It's a regular ass lockup. Now I'm in lockup sweating because I can tell this shit now. I had a couple weed brownies, a half ounce of weed in the car, and I had a pistol. And thank God that the officer was not on his job because that nigga didn't find none of that shit. When he opened up the door, the weed was sitting right inside of the door. Nigga, he touched the bag that it was in, and I'm thinking, he opened up this fucking bag. I'm done. But I had this shit.
You got your car back yet?
Yeah, I already got my car.
Oh, okay, you safe.
But I had the weed inside of like a Mr. Pizza bag. And the nigga touched the bag, took that shit out and everything, and then put it right back. So I was sweating because I was like, if I get down to the precinct and they come in here with this weed,
it's a wrap, man.
If they find this pistol and come in here with this weed, you've been doing Shop Talk podcast by yourself.
2 to 5.
Yeah, easy.
Or a lot of money.
2 to 5 probably. I just said so. But thank God they didn't. Shout out to my homegirl Blue who came through in the clutch for a nigga. bailed me the fuck out. I probably sat in jail maybe an hour and a half. Shout out to my nigga B, who was going to be there in the clutch with the cash, but he was dealing with some of his other shit. My nigga Jay Johnson was going to come through with the money. And shout out to my nigga Van Pierce for throwing a nigga a little bit of look so I could try and start getting myself out of this legal predicament. Yo,
shout out to him. I was in art class with him.
Yeah, that's my man's. We grew up together. So my goal for 2017 and 2018 is to live the rest of my years criminal free. I'm gonna finish paying off these tickets, get clean, get all my shit clean. I got to go to court on the 29th, so we gonna do like a prayer vigil for Dame that I come out of court.
I got a court date on the 17th.
Okay.
And I fight the cops.
You gonna come home though?
I'm coming home. Unless I get held in contempt.
Yeah. And I had an arrest warrant in Wayne County. But when I got flicked in fucking Plymouth, like the officer told me, she's like, yeah, we called Wayne County, but I doubt they're going to come. And they didn't. So I was able to get out. But I got to pay that shit before I go to court. Because if you go to court with an open warrant, you probably going to stay. Man. So, but I only owe them niggas like $200. So I'll shit on that real quick. But shout out to everybody in my circle that came through for a nigga. I mean, you know, when you down on your knuckles, you really see who the fuck is in your corner. And I saw who had my back, and I appreciate and love them. Like, for real. Sincerely.
That's what's up. The police, I see they got a new tactic. Your plate came back invalid. So I guess that's the new shit.
Oh, and he took my plate.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He took your plate.
Yeah, he took my plate off the car. I got to go. I went to Secretary of State this morning to try and get another one. I cannot get another one until I appear in court.
I was at the Secretary of State for a couple hours today, and then they sent me home.
I was in the Secretary of State. There was a nigga there with 2 ankle bracelets on, trying to obtain identification. He did not have a bill, no bank statement, not anything in his name, and was fighting with the lady, arguing with the lady in Secretary of State.
Me too.
She was like, you don't have a bank account, a bank statement? He was like, I can't get one without ID.
No,
but he did not have enough paperwork to produce identification.
No, this is the exact. So my nephew, I was talking about a couple weeks ago, he just turned 18 on the 20th of July. So I'm trying to go down there and get him a state ID so he can go to this job fair tomorrow. And we already set it up so he can get hired on the spot. All you need is your ID, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So we go down there. He got his social security card and he got his high school picture ID. Like, that's it.
They need one more piece.
They need 4 more pieces. They say we need
4 more.
They said we need. You gotta have your social security card. You gotta have your school ID. You gotta have your birth certificate, and you also have to have 3 pieces of mail with your name on them to that address. I say he don't.
He's 17.
Like, he don't even have a name yet.
Right.
How did he go? He don't have a bill in his name? Like, so something that came home from the school, you got in trouble from the principal office. So like.
Sports Illustrated.
Then of course I'm like, so he don't know no one knows where his birth certificate is. His mama don't know where it's at. So I'm like, all right, we can go down there and go get a new one. They work from 8 to 3. I'm like,
what type of fucking hours is that?
How you get to close at 3 o'clock, fam?
For the day.
Nigga, you don't even 8. That's not even 8 hours. Your whole entire staff is part time. Like, that shit weak, dog.
That's how you keep costs down.
How do I need ID to receive ID?
That's how they was doing
if
my man.
If I had ID, I wouldn't need ID.
Right.
Shout out to Mos Def. That was from his right.
And a police officer took my license. So like right now I'm a man without a country. I have no picture identification. Luckily my man Jay Johnson came to school with me because I'm a little gun shy about driving right now.
You got a passport?
As well as you should.
I could not get a passport at the moment due to my previous criminal activities. I've been kicked out of a country. like literally I was banned from Canada for probably about 6 years. Like I just got that shit cleared up maybe about 2-3 years
Canada don't play.
ago.
They won't let you.
Look, my nigga.
They talk shit about Donald Trump. Canada got the strong ban harm. His ban hammer is strong.
So let's sit down, crisscross applesauce children. It's time for story time with Dame and how I got banned from Canada. So back when I was rapping really heavy, Canada was a fucking hot spot. Like people in Canada, like when you do rap shows like in Detroit, everybody, like it's just a crowd full of niggas that rap that's waiting to get on next. When I was doing shows in Canada, it was people just coming out to see niggas that rap. Like they was fans just looking to listen to new music. Shout out to my nigga DJ Needle at C-Jam now at C-Jams over in Canada, because we used to go up over there all the time, rap on the mic. Like, he debuted like a couple of joints from our previous project, Identity Crisis. So, I mean, Canada was good for a nigga.
Identity Crisis. That's when you was going through your transition?
No. But my nigga DJ Needle was, looking out for a nigga. And I was getting really good shows. I did the Emancipation Festival in Canada, so shit was going, shit was going good.
I don't like that name. It feels kind of weird.
I mean, it paid.
It was a bunch of black acts.
No, it was like some diverse shit, like right off the water, like a big ass thing. We had like 10,000 people out that year, so I mean, it was crazy. Canada was good to a nigga. So me and my homeboys having a good time over in Canada. We decide we're gonna get a little bit of liquor and take it on back, because liquor prices a little bit better over there at the time. And we just gonna, get to the border, tell them we ain't got shit, and they gonna let us go. So at the time, we 4 niggas deep in my Dodge Neon at the time.
y'all look suspect already.
Yeah, so we get up to the booth, and the lady, do y'all want to declare anything? Hell no.
I declare.
No, we ain't got nothing. And she was gonna let us go. Before she stopped, she said, "Hey, what's your license plate number?" And I was like, "I'm not sure." She said, "Is it ABC?" and just ran off some number. I said, "Yeah, that sounded about right." She put that tag on my window. She said, "Pull up over there." We get out. The Canadian police officers or whoever at the border is searching the car. They got us. Our cell phones are in our seats in the car. They made us leave the cell phones. They flipping the car apart. I'm in a Neon. I don't have shit. My homeboy has all the liquor inside of his North Face coat.
Oh, shit.
Like, he has like 4 bottles of liquor, like 4/5 inside of his North Face. They're going through the car, don't find shit. They get ready to let us go. Have a good day. This nigga coat gives, and 2 bottles fall out and crack on the ground. There's like, nah, fam, hands up against the wall, and they've separated us in 4 different rooms. Now, the thing about Canada, like in other places where you get arrested, you get a phone call. Canada does not give you a phone call. When I inquired about it with the police officer, he was like, no, that's some shit they do in America.
Yeah, we don't do that
That's
shit.
some fucked up shit. These niggas ain't got no fucking army. How they gonna make these draconian rules?
No phone call. We sat in rooms separated with each other for at least 5 hours. This was 5 hours before anybody came and even spoke to me. After 5 hours, somebody came in and said, "You all can go." There was no paperwork to sign, and we left. So maybe about a week later, I had another show booked over in Canada. I get to the border, they was like, "You're not allowed in the country." I said, "How do you get banned from a country?" She was really smug about it. "You know what you did."
Because she didn't know.
Nah, she probably didn't know.
She had
but
no idea, but she know, hey, you got.
But there was a very long and extensive process with getting back over into Canada, including writing letters apologizing for my behavior was part of the condition for me to get back over into the country. After about 5 years, I finally got everything cleared up and was cleared to go back into Canada. But then by then they had changed it where you needed either a passport or an enhanced license. So I said, fuck that secondhand ass country. I ain't never going back.
It's not a country anyway. What they say? What was that on?
Hey, dog,
Providence.
Listen, if you ain't got no army, nigga, you not a country. Fuck you gonna do if I come over there? Send them niggas on them little horses over here.
Mounties?
Man.
Mountie to kick your ass.
You see what? Did you watch?
They'll jump off a horse like a slave owner and beat your ass.
Did you see the last episode of Game of Thrones?
I did.
You see what happened to the fucking horse? Okay, then. Come over here.
Chop down.
Come on, that punk ass horse.
So fuck Canada. I ain't never got to go back. I'm a G. I don't need Canada.
Yeah, man. So, speaking of Game of Thrones, I guess we can go into a little bit of TV.
TV time. Game of Thrones had the best episode of the season so far this past Sunday.
You think so?
Yeah,
it was a pretty dope episode.
it was.
I watched it on the
You
cell
watch
phone.
Thrones?
Can I do this for a second?
Go ahead. The bell is free.
I watched it on my
I
cell
don't
phone.
watch it.
Oh shit!
I'm late. I'm late.
Take
Right.
the
I'm
bell
late.
back.
I'm late.
Have you ever watched it?
Never. Ever.
So you're just the minority that just don't give
Yeah,
a fuck about
Well,
it.
you know, everybody have flaws.
I came. people, you know what I'm saying? People talk.
You all will have something in common. You're both Joy Road niggas.
Word. Joy Road and what?
Joy Road Evergreen.
My man, I'm pretty much. I'm Joy Road and Pearson, like not too far away.
Yeah, for
Dearborn.
Sure. This nigga. Joy Road go from fucking Burt Road to Dexter and shit. Linwood, rather.
Warrendale, Dearborn. That's where y'all are from.
Nowhere near.
Nothing but Joy Road slander from this side of the table.
I mean, I live close to your neighborhood now, so I won't slander it.
All right.
But
You're a true West Side nigga now.
But
You've been knighted.
I don't fear y'all niggas on that side of town. I just say it like that.
I go to the Murder Mac and I walk through the drive-through.
Okay. Anyway, I did watch Game of Thrones early because it was leaked. I watched it on my cell phone first. HBO got hacked. And
I guess Stars did too.
Yeah, it's a bad weekend for niggas.
well, no, but this HBO shit a little bit different than the Star shit. Like, HBO literally got hacked. I mean, the email servers, they are asking the president of HBO for ransom. Like, nigga, we got everything.
Word.
Like, we got your personal account information. Like, we leaked that one shit. This is some, I don't know if y'all watch Mr. Robot, but this is some other shit.
I ain't even heard about this HBO stuff.
Yeah, they got hacked about a month or two ago. They just started fucking with them recently.
Word.
Yeah, and now they actually released the scripts to the rest of the episodes, not the video, but niggas don't read, so you're safe.
Yeah, that's
So you're actually safe. But everything got leaked. Stars
got sprung a leak this week too. I want to ruin Stars for niggas right now, but I'm not because I'm gracious.
You a hoe ass nigga if you ruined Power for motherfuckers, dog. Like, it's okay to post the links because I watched them bitches, right? Because some of y'all niggas ruined that bitch. But like, for you just to make a status that says,
Man,
hey, guess what? XXX died in this episode.
Yeah,
like,
I got it.
You just a hoe ass nigga for doing that type of shit.
that
Or
did it.
posting pictures of
Yeah.
death scenes. Like,
just
why?
post the fucking link. Why are you posting clips and shit?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, me, my life ain't gonna be drastically different, but you still a hoe.
See, I didn't even watch them. Somebody ended up giving me the links, and I didn't even watch them.
I mean, once the shit was ruined for me, I had to go. I had to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
My wife would kill me.
But they was
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker right there.
So people, this what actually happened. This how the leak happened and shit. So apparently, there is a website / app that Stars has for its employees to log in and watch and review the episodes. The person who leaked the episode, so to speak, got access to the login information, logged in and watched it, and while he was watching on the phone, he Facebook Live from another phone while he was watching the episode. So all the quote unquote leaks that everybody saw was watching somebody watching on their phone.
My man, you are fucking fired, bro.
They already said they coming
fired.
for him. They already said it.
But like, how do you know who the person was login that was used? So if
They said they showed his face. He actually showed his face. The guy.
well, no, he didn't work. He don't. The dude.
Oh, the dude that was doing. Oh, okay.
Dude licked
Okay.
it from Detroit. He
Okay.
He just he got the login information from someone else.
So
You know what I'm
the main nigga that leaked it was from here.
saying?
Word. Niggas from Detroit will find a way.
Hey, man.
God, man.
yeah. So
We a different breed.
it wasn't.
Detroit.
And it wasn't no
Found a
full
way.
episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it
I
was
heard
like
the one finished. Whatever.
35 minutes of like 2 episodes combined and like 43 minutes of another one. So you still gotta wait. But
When I saw that
I tell you this though,
power leak,
shit got leaked.
poor so and so, I was like, this nigga right here.
Why you do some shit?
Why you do that? You could just say power leak. There your link.
Nah, man, niggas want credit. Niggas want credit for their fuck ups.
I mean, you can be credit for being a hoe. So look, so what I did make a post on Facebook, and I said, and this was the honest to God truth. I know some people thought I was playing this shit, but this was the honest to God truth. I said, yo, I seen a couple of you people who post the leaks, the spoilers of power and shit. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, I don't like it. So to the person who did this, if you're reading this message, I know who's smashing your girlfriend. How about that spoiler? I hope you have a nice night.
Did he reach out to you?
He did not reach out to me, but they liked the picture. So I know they seen it, and they probably don't know that I'm talking to them. I don't know if they know or not, but live with that.
That's fair enough.
I mean,
And guess what? I wasn't bullshitting.
I'm finna say I would have to find out for sure if
Now-
I was that guy.
Now, I could be an asshole and do a leak like you did, leak, and
Just
say,
tag 'em.
hey,
Just tag 'em.
guess what? Such and such is smashing such and such, but I wouldn't do that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas get real sensitive about like they main vagina.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't mind niggas hitting their hoes, but that one that you love, that got your heart, you don't want nobody else smashing that. Be humble, my nigga, and watch yourself. These streets talk. Speaking of nigga on some bullshit that needs to be humble, this nigga Trump is going at North Korea tough. He is saying that we're going to come at them with, what was it?
Fire and fury. I think.
Yeah.
This nigga talks so much shit. He like a rapper, dog. He like a battle rapper, dog. That's
He's
what
a
he is.
terrible battle
And
rapper.
he's terrible. Like
If Trump was a battle rapper, he would be Big T.
Shotgun Suge.
Okay. I could go with
Big
that.
T has actually got some bars. He's
Big
straight.
T has some classic battles, but he would
Shotgun
be.
Suge is all aggression, no bars.
I mean, he a lot of show. That pocket tap
That
carried
shit
him for
weak.
years.
Yeah, now it's like, what you keep doing this shit for?
It's weak now because niggas will actually like he was doing it on niggas that he could intimidate. Like when he dared to pocket tap T-Top threatened to blow his shit out.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that.
But like you touching my pot, like nigga, you was not literally gonna run my fucking pockets at all. Like this shit cool for the camera and shit. You can literally tap my thigh if you want to be a fat. I mean, you want to be you want to
Say the F word. Say the F word.
can't say it no more.
Sorry, that's socially irresponsible.
You
for me to
can't
say that.
say it no more. They just took all our good words away.
But yeah, he so check it out.
North Korea is gonna bomb us.
No,
Yeah, they will.
guess what?
Guam.
It's all fake. North Korea. So I was listening to this podcast from a gentleman over in North Korea, and he was basically explaining like how it is and why it's like that. The Kim Jong, that motherfucker, he it's all lies. It's all front.
It's all smoke.
It's all smoke and mirrors. He is lying to the people in his country. His people in his country are shut off from the internet.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what's really going on. Everybody in that country thinks he is the toughest nigga in the world. A couple months ago when he put all
They
those,
shut off the electricity at 9 o'clock in North Korea.
like remember when he put all those guns and shit out the display? He's trying to convince the people in his country that he is the biggest, toughest, because when they don't know that, when they don't think that no more, then they'll probably try to rebel and shit like that. The nigga is all yapping, no action. No, we got so much shit over here. You don't like in real life. I don't even like Trump. 45, whatever you want to call it. It's way too much shit over here, fam. You don't want it. The niggas that's surrounding you over there, you really can't go to war with. Like, I am not worried. And you so fucking far. If you want to shoot some shit over here,
Take like 20 minutes. Take like 20, 30
we gonna shoot
minutes.
that shit. What the fuck you gonna do? I am not worried.
How do you shoot a nuclear warhead out the sky?
With another a missile, shit.
I guess somebody fly
I
around
don't know.
that bitch.
I didn't play Battleship coming up, so I'm not sure how you work that shit
I mean,
out.
war has changed now, right? Because now you pretty much just got two nerds on laptops fighting it out. Because all this shit about the push of the button, as soon as you launch yours, I know you launched yours. Like, I see this shit on my screen. So now two smart niggas got to figure out how to launch this shit without you knowing it. And then he got to figure out how do I kind of, you know what I'm saying? So we should just go back to the days where niggas just trial by combat and shit, dog.
Them two niggas need to get in the ring and just fight.
That would be the saddest fight you've ever seen in your life.
Against who?
Trump and Kim Jong.
Kim Jong.
You seen that nigga?
I've seen
He-
Trump has little hands.
Kim Jong, that motherfucker fat and out of shape.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
what
gonna
Trump
be
is. Trump is fat and out of shape.
and
too.
old. It's gonna be the saddest fight
And he
you
a
ever
pussy.
seen.
I'm fairly sure, and when I say fairly, I mean 100%. If me and Kim Jong square it up, I'm whooping his ass. Like, it's not even, it's going to be like Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor whoop his ass.
I don't think this is gonna be a straight ass whooping.
All right, well.
I'm not putting no money on it.
You should be
but
more intelligent than that. As much as you watch boxing, like, you should know. You should know the difference between what's real and what's
No,
not.
not that it's going to be a straight ass whooping. It's going to be 400 years of slavery and reparations come out, and how Floyd is going to beat the fuck out of
Absolutely,
Conor McGregor
100%.
with 8-ounce gloves on.
Yeah, 100%.
What's up next? Usher and his overweight lover.
Oh, girl, Quantico Sharpton.
Yeah.
Quantico.
I don't know how to
Quantico.
Quantico.
That sounds
How
about right.
how do you as a woman carry a baby for 9, almost 10 months, push her out of your vagina, hold her, look at her with love, and say, I'm going to name her Quantisha? It just doesn't make fucking sense to me. But she's claiming that Usher, even though Usher did not give her herpes, she's still suing this nigga for possibly exposing her to herpes.
Case closed.
Who mans is this?
Case closed.
Who mans is this?
Case closed.
Like how?
I don't.
Like, guess what?
So should I sue every woman I've had sex with for exposing me possibly to becoming a father?
Pretty much.
Because I mean, you hoes have put me in danger with friends of the court.
Hey, listen.
Every last one of you.
No, this is the only way that she got a case is if Usher raped her. Because other than that, bitch, you had the opportunity to put a fucking condom on. You exposed yourself when you chose to go wrong.
Well,
you can still catch herpes without.
TMZ just dropped something and said that they hooked up
at the Days Inn.
The Days Inn, and I guess the bellhop. I don't know who the fuck it was.
I do not believe that Usher came to the Days Inn to smash your ass.
And how do you remember that?
I picked this out. I
guess it is Usher.
I'll tell you why this shit a lie.
If it's Usher, you gonna remember Usher coming to the Days Inn.
Come pick her up. Right. Send the car for her.
No. I'll tell you why this shit a lie. Because the bitch too fucking stupid, right? And I called her. She's not getting the respect of the regular young lady. So the bitch so fucking stupid. This your hometown. You go to a concert. Why the fuck do you got a hotel room? You know, how do you get a hotel room?
They just going out having a good time. They want to turn up and decide to get a room. The Days Inn ain't expensive.
So there's a concert out in Cobo Hall. You go get a fucking room at the Days Inn.
Usher is not going to the Days Inn. That's not happening.
There is no Days Inn. Like this shit made. You know, she also said she was pregnant with August Alsina before.
Usher has never heard of the Days Inn. I guarantee it.
Like she didn't think this whole lie through. Like
so she out here just really fishing for a check.
Did you see her little post she made before? This is
that she wanted. Yeah. She was in need of money or something.
It's my last day as a regular girl or some shit. Blah blah blah. Before she went on.
Usher people came to her in the crowd and wanted to get her information and what room she was in.
Wait, hold on. Picked her up. That's what she said. Usher's people picked her up and brought her on stage.
Yeah,
I saw the part of him dancing with her on stage.
That was weird. I thought that was a figure.
That wasn't her.
No, that was her.
That was her.
That was her.
So somebody picked her big ass up.
I thought that was a figure of speech though. Like people keep saying, like I thought that was like I didn't think they actually physically picked her up.
It's not impossible.
He said he picked her up.
It's not impossible.
It's been a lot of videos with Usher and big women.
I'm not big.
Since this,
I'm not big girl shaming.
No, listen.
Hold on, real quick, because I'm a man.
Right.
And I've dated some plus size women in my life. I like women. I've dated plus size women.
You dated Quantico size?
You know what, man? I ain't even gonna front. I've dated a couple.
Are you saying
girls.
Date or have you smashed?
Oh, I've smashed.
Dating and smashing is something different.
No, but like we dated and then in the course of dating, like
okay.
But I mean, I think every real nigga got like one or two big girls on his resume.
No.
But listen,
I mean that's you.
But my argument has never been about him smashing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't. No disrespect, but his wives haven't been that hot to me personally. So it's no big surprise if he likes somebody that I don't think is attractive.
You like what you
exactly.
Like.
So my big thing is she ain't got herpes. She don't got it. Why are you having a press conference about not having herpes?
Because she needs the world to see.
Exactly.
She got to play that victim.
Case closed.
She trying to get that check.
You don't got it. You don't even got herpes. You don't even got it.
Hey man, I'm just gonna start accusing people of shit and suing them, and hopefully I hit the jackpot.
Hey man, this girl suffers from mental illness, dog, in real life.
They said that. They said
you keep making up stories and shit.
They said her mama about to come out and expose her. A whole girl about to say, "Hey, look, this bitch be lying."
Oh man, it ain't no good if your mama
got some mental illness
shit.
problems and shit, and Quantico just need help, and I just don't believe her. I frankly don't believe her. Why did you get a hotel room that night? Because how she said it, like the room was already got. They wanted to know what room she was in. No, that's not how it worked. You at home already. You just go back to the crib.
I mean, I done got rooms.
She lived with her mama.
Been close to the cribs. I mean,
I don't know because
you going to see Rakim at a concert. I'm gonna go to the Days Inn.
I done got a room because I don't want to take you back to my house. Like
I don't want you to know where I stay.
You talking about when you want to date with somebody? This is a bitch going to a concert.
Let me do the air quotes in terms of dates. I guess
she don't got a date. She don't know Usher yet. Like I already got a room. I'm just going to the.
She was plotting on him.
Fuck out of here.
What she did was since I didn't even know that video was actually her. But she took that opportunity. See, look, I was with him that night. So now you can embellish and say what you want to say. You can say, hey, and then after that, we went to the Days Inn. We got busy. He did not give me herpes.
It's like niggas lying in a barbershop. Like the lie has come and grew legs of his own, and that's where it is.
Hey.
Good luck getting that check. I mean, I'm about a nigga getting paid, but I don't think you're gonna see no cash.
You don't got herpes.
Yeah. Case closed. Grand opening, grand closing.
And this nigga saying he don't got it no more. Well, he's saying he don't got it. He's saying he don't have it.
That could be fugazi. That could be smokescreen. But if he ain't got it, then he gonna be showing some.
Didn't we just look at court
defamation
documents that said you got it and you was dripping and all that shit? Like, fam, it's only been a week. We ain't that slow.
Do what you got to do to protect yourself and protect your brand, Usher. Like, fight this. Like, she does. She clearly doesn't have the legal or mental capacity to fight this shit in court. And if I'm Usher, I'm just not gonna be handing out bitches checks. Like, this ain't check and go.
My biggest concern is the dude that came out and said that Usher gave me Usher.
I don't even think that's a big concern because, like, I don't think
even if it's false.
If somebody told you that Usher was fucking with men, it wouldn't be like you would look in the mirror and be like, "Oh man, I couldn't believe that." It was like, "Oh, it finally came out." It was more so the reaction.
I mean, if I was Usher, I'm saying like, "Hey, it's a dude talking about I gave him herpes." Like, come on, man.
He ain't fighting that one yet.
If I was silent, that's when I say something like, "Hold on."
Well, wait a minute.
Hold the fuck up.
I gave that bitch herpes. I ain't get this nigga no herpes. I'm telling you that right now.
That's when we stop.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Well,
so on this week's Whose Mans Is This? Can I make a nomination?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Young Thug in his attire for, is it Adidas new campaign? Adidas, Puma, whoever he signed with.
well, he's in a garbage bag, so it kind of.
He's wearing a condom with wings.
This nigga looks like he in a dirty used condom / crucifix / Christmas ornament like what the fuck? Can we get rid of this nigga, dog?
Nah, man, these young kids be a little bit more adroninous, I think it is the word.
Have you ever seen a child dressed like that in real life? Or have it's only been online? Because I don't know where these kids be at in real life. I see this shit online. I hear people talking about it. But until I actually see this shit all smoke and mirrors, dog.
Androgynous, that's the word. No, I don't never see kids dressing like that in a way that's not gender specific.
Everybody is living off the internet, living off of talk show topics and shit like this, but y'all don't ever see this shit in real life. Like
Little boy with a dress on and some pigtails.
I keep hearing that black women marry white women at an alarming rate and blah blah blah. Yet and still, all my friends marry black women. All of them married. All of them got children. All of them take care of their kids. I never go out and about and I ever see like a bunch of black men with the like. Where do these people be at that y'all
Westland.
keep telling me?
Small town, yeah, small town.
Westland.
And then when I
Anywhere south.
And then when I do see him, I
They're
look.
marrying cousins in the South.
And then when I do see one off, you can look at them and be like, "Oh, I see." Like it don't be like regular.
I mean, love is love. You should be able to love who you love.
I'm just saying.
But at some point, this shit that Young Thug is doing, like, I don't get it. And this is where I feel like an old nigga, like when it come to rap and music, because like this shit just ain't for me. I don't understand it. I don't care to understand it. I'm not a fan. I don't follow it. If that's what you like, I mean, fuck you, but it don't do shit for me. The end.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So Young Thug, whose mans is this? Jay Johnson's mans.
We all know that's not the case.
Yo, we got a huge anniversary, and I know you kind of debunked this shit earlier, but on this day 44 years ago, hip hop was born. I see you giving me the death stare.
Hey man, shout out to this.
You don't believe hip hop came to be
on August 11th, 1973? No, the fuck I don't.
Okay, and give me your theory why.
You mean to tell me ain't nobody ever busted rhyme before that, dog?
I mean, maybe they did, and they just didn't have a word to call it.
Man, niggas was probably rapping on top of the pyramids back in the day, dog. Like, I mean, I don't know. They take credit for, hey.
It's DJ Kool Herc. Like, we can't take his accomplishments. Are we taking his accomplishments away?
Hey, man, I was born in 82. It's 11 years. I mean, it's 10 years before I was born. I can't. That's not my era.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, hip hop.
For sure. Because you definitely changed my life.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. But I don't want to disgrace the legacy. I don't want to shit on it. But like, we'll never know the truth. You wasn't there.
Right.
In the words of Cameron the Prophet, you
Because,
wasn't there.
Dolomite was
I'll
rapping.
take your word for it.
Dolomite was rapping without the beat.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali was rapping, but he was just giving out straight bars before. I mean, it wasn't no beat on it, but he was rhyming and poetry. So, I mean,
They just gave it a title then.
because poetry has existed since the beginning of time and shit, damn near. And
You can do it in a rhythmic fashion.
So you mean to tell me nobody ever played a beat while somebody was doing a poem before? I just find it hard to believe.
Okay, well,
You know.
happy birthday, hip hop. I mean,
Shout out to hip hop.
We can tear this shit apart all night.
I know. I don't want to be a contrarian, dog.
You are though.
But you know,
You are. That's your lane. That's your lane. We got a couple more things. Zack Randolph got caught with a lot of weed this week out in Cali.
Intent to sell, what they're saying. That's the big issue.
Yeah, intent to sell that marijuana. But if you're a millionaire, wouldn't you buy weed in bulk anyway?
Yeah.
Like, you're not buying dimes. You ain't buying eighths. You ain't buying half ounces. You buying weight.
I know this about to be like the stupidest thing because everybody should know, but come on, man. He's still doing this weed thing. Let these guys do it. Look, first of all, it's better for your body. That's just the bottom line. It's better for your body. Now, I don't smoke weed, but the whole point is guys athletes, a lot of them use it just to get back on the field or back on the court or whatever it may be.
Get out of this chronic pain that they may be going through.
These opioids is fucking you up. Now you addicted. You damn near motherfucking meth head.
Weed ain't got this shit wrong.
So why are people still getting
weed bashing?
Criminalized, I'd say, for weed.
It's in California. It's damn near legal anyway.
Colorado, they do it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, we had my homegirl Keena in the City on here a couple weeks ago when she moved to Colorado and was just talking the amazing benefits of what marijuana is doing out there in Colorado. She saw a Tribe Called Quest, and Q-Tip told niggas to throw weed up on stage, and there were joints being thrown everywhere. Like, she was walking down the street and she found a joint rolled up in the grass. So, I mean, that's how people are littering now with marijuana.
That's how life should be, though.
Shout out to Max Kellerman for calling out Stephen Coon Smith, because he starts to going in on Zack Randolph and explaining how stupid he is and get off the weed. He got this whole get off the weed.
What did Max say?
Max cut into him.
Tell him he got to stop demonizing these players and stuff because it's not that serious. And this particular thing is not that serious. You in California where they just passed recreational, where the shit is damn near legal, but he always demonizes any black athlete that gets in any kind of trouble. He just goes on there and talks shit and demonize them and this tirade, go on these different tirades, and you never say that against white athletes. You never do that. And Max Kellerman was kind of saying that. He just straight up said you got to stop demonizing these people, and he's like, well, this is going to hurt his career. It's going to tarnish shit. No, it's
Zack
not.
Randolph is in the twilight of his career. He's been smoking weed since Michigan State.
It's not even. And then you hit him with the intent to sell. He's not trying to sell weed. He's made $180 million in his NBA contract. He just signed a $24 million contract for 2 years. I'm making $12 million a year. I'm not trying to sell weed. You're making it, and he explained to him, and this was really who's gonna get my who mans of this, because who is friends with Stephen A. Smith outside of the years?
Jason Whitlock.
Like, really, who mans is this? Because the players don't like you.
They don't fuck with
the people on air don't like you. Skip don't like you. The nigga left and went to another fucking coast and got a better show than you do.
Because Shannon be getting busy.
Yeah.
Shannon represents every single
time.
Shout out to Shannon because he done retweeted like 4 of my tweets and shit.
Word?
Shannon Sharp?
Yeah. I don't even be trying for the retweets. He'll just say, you know what I'm saying, a nice dialogue that goes back and forth. Shout out to him. But in real life, who mans is Stephen A. Smith?
Don't nobody fuck with him.
Just Jason Whitlock's man.
Yeah, I
don't even know.
The Coon Committee.
I can't.
I just grouped Coons together. Ezekiel Elliott got suspended 6 games. The Cowboys are done this season. You're washed.
I want to say it, but I'm kind of on the boycott, so I ain't watching shit no way. But
you're boycotting the NFL for Kaepernick?
Yeah, I'm done.
Why?
The way I look at it like this, I had made a big ass post about this shit too, because I got stopped. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. But anyway, this guy, Colin Kaepernick, put his livelihood at risk to protest police brutality against people that look like me and you, so on, so on, so on, so. Because understand, an athlete, anybody, an athlete, bust they ass to get where they at. Because it's how many quarterbacks? 32 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
64.
So 64. So it's 64 jobs in the whole world. He became one of those guys. He risked it on purpose for myself, my kids.
To bring awareness.
Now he's getting blackballed, in my opinion.
So you're not watching NFL ever again?
My whole thing is this. I even thought about it. If he even got a job, would I still watch it? Because I've already told myself prior to this whole incident that I was going to kind of fade away from it, even though it is my favorite sport. But I got a 5-year-old son who does exactly everything I do. Whatever it is, I'm playing baseball, he wants to play baseball, basketball, whatever. And I don't want him to play football. I'll watch somebody else's kids get fucked up, not mine. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I gotta fade away from this shit because the more I watch it, the more he gonna want to get into it. But I still watched it. I was still, you know what I'm saying? Because he was young. He wasn't even around. He's playing with his games, whatever. He getting older. He's real observant of what I do. So this just came. I'm like, you know what? I don't even feel right watching football. Like, how can I watch the NFL knowing that they are, but I don't want to compare the NFL with slavery, but I will say they implement slave
tactics, slave mentality. And I'm not knocking you for saying that you don't want to watch the NFL this season, because I mean that's a personal choice.
Right.
But like that's saying like we should have stopped watching basketball years ago. I mean Craig Hodges handed a letter to George W. Bush and never saw the NBA hardwood ever again because he gave him a list of things that he could do. To George H. Bush gave him a list of things he could do to help the black community. Blackballing goes on in every business venture, every business across the world. It happens every day.
This is the thing that confuses me about this latest NFL ban, and I've seen people who said I'm gonna still watch it, and people go in like, "How dare you? I can't believe you!" All that stuff. So, if Colin Kaepernick gets a job again, is it okay? Did we win? Are white people not racist? Are the owners not racist any longer? Are they going to start treating black people equal? If Colin Kaepernick gets his job back or whatever, like we made whole again?
Nah.
So what's the purpose of this? Like I really want to know.
Just stand for something. I think is what people are looking for.
I look at it like this to address what you said about Craig Hodges. I was 12 or whatever. I don't know. And
young.
I was
both young.
I was a child. You know what I'm saying? And the media wasn't like it is now, where everything's in your face, you know, from Facebook to whatever it may be. So, I mean, like I said, I make grown decisions now than I did when I was a child. And when the whole purpose, I look at it like this. We can boycott everything in America. Mortgages, redlining, clothes. You pick your battle. Because if I want to boycott, I will never eat. I won't have a house. You know what I'm saying? I won't have any clothes because everything is ran by people that's not like us. This is the bottom line.
Yeah, it's all controlled by larger figures, corporations. I just myself, like I appreciate what Colin Kaepernick has done. Can I sit here honestly and say I'm gonna boycott the NFL? I can't.
And
I'm just not for the dog. I'm not for the social media dog and pony show, because this shit don't matter in real life. You personally not watching NFL. Like, this shit is cool for social media. Like, I'm gonna boycott blah blah, but like, what about real life actions and shit? Because the NFL is gonna be the NFL before and after Colin Kaepernick,
and before and after us.
Guess what?
It's not going
the
nowhere.
NFL TV deals is guaranteed. Whether you watch that shit or not, they got paid no matter what.
And my thing is, whether or not Kaepernick is on the NFL roster this season, black people still going to be getting killed in the streets.
100%.
We're still going to be hashtags. We're still going to get gunned down. I appreciate the stance that he took.
100%. And I support him fully.
That's my thing. Like, he didn't have to do that. Like, at the very least, I can turn the channel. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a career no more. You're done. You're not playing football anymore.
And then at this particular point, like he got a lot of flack. Well, Miami got flack for picking up Jay Cutler as if Jay Cutler can't play. Like, as if Jay Cutler don't got a fucking cannon. Now, every single time that somebody get picked up, Colin Kaepernick better than him. Like, no, we can't keep doing this shit. One, Colin Kaepernick can't play in Miami because he rocked the shirt with Malcolm X and Castro on it.
Yeah.
They got a big Cuban community in Miami, and they feel a certain way about that. You can't be the quarterback here. You know what I'm saying? So everybody jumped on the bandwagon.
You can see, but Baltimore's, that's the difference. I said the same thing. I said with Jay Cutler, though. I mean, the same coordinator.
Yeah, I mean,
so it made sense. It just made sense. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I think is going to happen, just in my true opinion, is that every week somebody get hurt in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Starting quarterbacks get hurt every single day.
Backups too?
Whether it be in practice or on the playing field.
Right.
There'll be an opportunity that opens up. It may not be the best opportunity. It may not be pristine, but I think he'll get a chance. Fuck yeah.
I think he'll fit for the Lions, to be perfectly honest. So if you want to be in the city of Detroit, you want to boycott because Colin Kaepernick ain't did shit to your local team. Now, if your local team didn't pick him up, why don't you put some pressure on your local coach to say, why don't you pick up Colin Kaepernick?
See, my thing with the Lions, though, I go through each team. The Lions, they got their starter where they go be. That's who's going to be. Whether you like them or not, that's their starter. They've already invested 2 draft picks on their backups. The guy from Michigan, and they got the guy that's supposed to be a big fella this year, but he actually fell back. The guy from the
quarterbacks.
Yeah, his mother is on from Friday.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The kid out of Miami.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the man this year. They had a bad year. If you go back to he's supposed to be the man. So they've already invested in that position. Other teams have as well. But you got teams like the Jets that don't have a quarterback at all. No. They don't got a starter. They ain't got a backup. They ain't got shit. Then you got Baltimore, who lost their starter for how long it's gonna be. They back up as whoever's gonna be.
Dude, he don't fit in all these damn schemes though.
No, you gotta have a quarterback that's gonna help you. And not to say he cannot help you win, but you gotta have a quarterback that fits your system. And unfortunately, you just can't plug and pick niggas anywhere. But you gotta find somebody that fits.
Like what systems does Gabbert fit?
That nigga got a cannon though.
He does have a cannon, but he can't lead his team to a victory. Jacksonville has been a terrible team.
That's my whole point.
Jacksonville last year, didn't they make the playoffs?
No,
they didn't.
They ain't made the playoffs since Brunel?
Yeah, it's been like the 90s since the last.
Jacksonville was one of these last year. They was doing good or some shit.
Not Jacksonville.
They're terrible. They've been terrible for a long time.
You can take that to the Googles. It wasn't Jacksonville, my nigga. I think Colin Kaepernick could end up with a job somewhere. You know, it's unfortunate what has happened, but Dame ain't boycotting the NFL. I'm not.
This is the media's fault. Like ESPN, Fox Sports, y'all did all this shit. It's y'all fault that the reason that y'all have turned this shit into a spectacle. Even if I want to sign Colin Kaepernick, now everybody's gonna be in my motherfucking practice every day with a camera on face. Yep. How do you feel about being the first team and not to pass up on Colin? Like, don't nobody want to deal with all that shit.
If they assigned him quickly,
like went away. Y'all follow that nigga, put the camera on him every fucking week. Every time somebody put a knee, y'all let out a report that says these are the people who didn't stand. Like y'all did this shit, now it's a fucking. Like, y'all have made this fucking circus, and now it's too much. No, I don't want this shit around no more. Because every year is all about, this is going to be a distraction, this is going to be a distraction. Y'all have created this fucking distraction, and now it's more of a distraction.
The thing is, Tim Tebow took a knee every time he scored a touchdown.
The truth is, they don't give a fuck about distraction. They proving a point. They don't care about distraction.
We can blackball you, and what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna do about it? We got people beating wives and girlfriends, throwing bitches on top of guns and shit all day. They don't give a fuck about distraction.
Yeah.
They don't care. They want to prove a point. See what we doing to him? Now, you other niggas, don't do it.
Yeah.
That can be you. That can be you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do
do it. You break one slave in front of the rest of them, you set a precedent.
And exactly.
You teach a lesson.
And I the thin line of, because people, slave, they getting paid, so on. I'm like, look, I'm not saying they're slaves. Oh, you want something to do?
Go ahead.
No, we good.
No, I'm just saying, people hate that you compare that. And the principles of slavery is being implemented. It's my whole point. I'm not saying it's slavery. I'm just saying you tell those white wealthy owners that it ain't slavery. You tell Dan Gilbert that LeBron ain't your property when he left.
I think it's more of examples of oppression.
Exactly. So I said the slave principles, oppression. Like, look, I own you. I own you, dude. You better not leave me.
Athletes are nothing more than high paid employees.
Yeah,
I mean,
I own
like
you.
they got rules. They got to follow with their job just like we do.
But for instance, though, Jerry Jones. He said-
Jerry Jones came out and said, "You take a knee here, you won't be a Dallas Cowboy."
Exactly. So like you pay me to play football. You don't pay me to stand for the flag. You don't pay me for that. But in his mind, I own you. You do what I tell you to do.
And the thing about it, this hasn't been the first time that an athlete has refused to stand for the flag or for the national anthem.
In basketball,
Abdul,
yep.
yeah, I can't think of his name because he played.
Nobody can. He in the Big Three right now.
Yeah, he in the Big Three right now,
and he balling.
Yeah, he is. Hey, I got suspended in the Big Three
At 50.
He don't look like it at all though. Homeboy, get down.
You drink your water. You're nice to people. You say your prayers.
All he got is grades.
That's it. You might get a little bit more out of life than most niggas.
That's it, man.
Eat good.
He
He's
get busy.
a Muslim, so he
Right.
He eat
Pray
little.
5 times a day.
Eat once a day. Leave the pork. Leave the meat. You eat correctly. You live forever.
Moderation is key.
Bible guarantees you 120 years.
All right, man. Let's get into the topic, man. We've been talking shit for about an hour and shit.
Deal
man.
breakers. Deal breakers in relationships.
Yes, relationships. Not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Just in general. Like, what is a deal breaker for you, man?
So I'm gonna give. I guess we can kind of go around it. A deal breaker for me, and I say in a relationship, is lack of ambition. I can't be or see a future with somebody that's not striving for something more, that doesn't have a hunger for something more. You know,
Explain.
Just certain people get into a position are just complacent, and that's cool. You can make a lot of money. You can be, in a good space in your position and your affiliation. But I look at it like this: like I'm essentially an entrepreneur. I go to work every day, but I got goals and dreams bigger than the 40 plus hours a week I work with my employer. I want to be free. I got goals to, attain more money, more wealth, more time for myself and my kids.
Freedom.
And more freedom. A woman that does not understand that vision and is just complacent where she's at in her life, like we're going to clash because she's not going to understand why, I'm here at the studio 3-4 nights a week, while I'm studying for my real estate exam,
right?
5 nights a week instead of spending time with her. While she's not going to understand my dedication and my motivation to my kids because she doesn't understand my hunger and my thirst to provide a better life for them and for myself. So, I mean, if you're not motivated, if you are complacent, if you're not ambitious, that's a deal breaker for me.
So let me ask. If they complacent and they already free and they already financially free and they got the free time, they can't be ever complacent, or they can't be complacent unless they have what their end goal is. Because at some point, what you're working for, once you get it,
once I get it, it'll be a plateau of accomplishment. But it's like how I look at things, and maybe this is part of me being greedy. Like I never have enough men. I never have enough money. Like once I attain the things that I want, then I'm looking at the next set of goals. Because once I have, $1 million in the bank, all my kids are financially free, their college is taken care of, then I want something more. Now, baby, like
what do you want in general? I'm just curious. Like
in life,
yeah.
You know what, man? I want to be free. Financially, I would love to, wake up and not have to worry about how bills are going to be paid or what I'm going to have to sacrifice this month in order to keep the lights on or keep groceries on or make sure friends of the court ain't on my ass. Like for me, I'm honestly a pretty simple person. Man, give me a nice house off of Outer Drive. A coupe for me and my lady, a coupe for me and whatever she want to drive, house full of furniture, my kids happy and having the things that they need and some of the things that they want, and us having the financial flexibility and freedom where we can live with not having that weight on our shoulders. That would be good enough for me.
I was having a conversation with somebody and we was talking about things we wanted, and like once you get there, I want this, I want that, and they asked me, do you think, I had never been asked this before. They was like, so if you pray for something and you work and everything and God grants you and gives you what you've been asking for and then you get it and I say, no, I want something different. Like, do you think that's disrespectful for what you just asked for and what you worked for and what you was given? Like, thanks, I appreciate it, not give me something else.
No, because if
And
if you're faithful over what you have, the word says he will bless you with more. His blessings come in abundance. He'll open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing bigger than anything that you can think to attain. So
Preach, Dane.
The doors of the church are open. Is there one? So I'm just saying, like, I feel like if the Lord if God can do this, his wisdom, his mercy, his power, the things that he can do in my life is boundless. So, and I think that he gives you, I've always felt like when he imparts something in you, he's going to give you the tools to do it. I sometimes sit around and have a scenario that I talk about with my friends is that, and I equate it to Barack Obama. One day Barack had the thought in his head that I can be president. And it's not like some shit that you tell the kids. It's like a real, for real feeling.
Like, I got a shot.
Like, I can do this.
Right, really got a shot.
One day he was in bed with his wife and he told her, Michelle, I think I can be president. And she had to have that belief and that vision and that ambition to help him move on to that dream.
Or being a black queen as she is, she could have told him, like, I think you can be president.
But I'm saying, like,
yeah,
that vision, that seed of that vision has to be planted somewhere.
And you know, a lot of it too is, in my opinion, like, a lot of people may not see your vision, but believe in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They may not believe you can be president, but they believe you go work your ass off to become it. So I'm going to support you. So, you know, I'm going to be there for you if it don't work, but I got you. Because, you know, like, being a president or being a rapper, it's like,
you got the dream. The dream
yeah,
starts somewhere. You
exactly.
have to have that vision and that undying belief, that almost psychopath type of belief in yourself that this shit is not going to fucking fail for me.
And you can't expect other people to have that in you. Like, they can see you.
They can love you, they can know you, and still be like, but I understand this is what you want to do, but don't, you know, have a backup plan for your backup plan. So like, no, motherfucker, I got on blinders. I ain't got no backup plan. Like, if this don't work, then I'm not doing shit else.
So your deal breaker essentially is, in a relationship with a woman, is somebody who does not see your vision and you guys aren't on the same accord.
Hell yeah. And I mean, if we not on the same accord, not even speaking biblically, if we not equally yoked in this thing, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Yoked mentally.
Yeah, especially.
Not, you know what I'm saying?
Not even yoked financially, because, I mean, money can be attained. Success are things that can be attained. But it even takes a very strong woman to look at a man that's not at her level, not at the place where she wants him to be, and have that belief in him that, you know what, I'm going to pray for him, I'm going to stand behind him, and I have faith in, because somebody else having that same faith in you may be what it takes to push you to where you want to be. So
you've been told, no, you can't do it all this time. You got one person to say,
you got one person behind your back, like, baby, you can do this shit. Like, that could be the difference between you being good and you being great.
Yep.
Dope. What's a deal breaker for you?
Oh, for me? A deal breaker, man. I've been with my
These
girl.
are the serious ones. We're going to get to the funny ones later.
Oh, yeah,
because this is, because I got to think, man, I've been with my wife. Well, she's been my wife for 10 years, but I've been with her for 20 years. So
what could she do to make you be like, you know what, I can't take this shit no more. I'm out tonight. I'm staying at the Days Inn.
Man, what's it? Guantanamo? What you call it?
Quantico.
But that's a tough one, man, because I don't want to use the because you remember I told you earlier, I said the whole, she fucked this nigga, I'm not fucking with her no more. Like, you also said that's not really a deal breaker.
No, to me cheating's not a deal breaker. I stand by that shit.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, we can.
But I'm like,
but if she cheated with your daddy, then it becomes like,
I'll be. The funny part, if you only knew my daddy,
we've had talks about your pops before.
Yeah,
so I mean, we ain't got to go into that.
I
but
got like 20 siblings, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't like, yeah.
He was living. He was out here living his life.
He wasn't a rap pimp. He was a real pimp. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a deal breaker. That's a tough one, man, because it's like we've been through everything in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So
how close are you with your mom?
Very.
If someone that you was with crossed the line of disrespect with your mom, how would you handle that?
You can't see the thing, but
She punched your mama in the
She
face.
fucking mama's a rap. But that's a rap.
That's
You
a
can't
deal
fight-
breaker.
You
Yeah.
can't fight my mama.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you're not putting your hands on. Like everybody won't get along. Y'all may not like each other.
Right.
At no point in time would you ever lift your fucking finger,
Right.
or raise your goddamn voice to a certain extent to my mom.
Right. Just
We'll have a
Raise your goddamn voice.
like,
Like,
we'll have a
nigga.
conversation about that voice,
Right.
but it may be you raise your fucking hand to my mom. There's one woman's gonna be on the floor, and it's not gonna be my mom.
see, the funny part about that though, it's like I'm not religious by no means, not even close. But they say once you marry your woman, she comes
First.
she comes first. I don't necessarily believe it or against it. You know what I'm saying? I roll with who's right and who's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. And
You can still put your mate first. If your mom is wrong, I mean, if she's wrong, you can still put her first, and it's still a respect level that's there.
exactly. Like, don't disrespect. But see, my wife would never do that. I'm trying to think something she can actually possibly do.
Hey, man.
Don't do it with your wife. Use somebody that clearly because you don't get you in trouble when you go.
Hey, man, we got a deal break. Like, me and you go back, and we got some deal breakers amongst some niggas that we ran with.
Yes, sir.
That you can throw out there.
You steal from me, it's a deal breaker.
What? It wasn't even stealing. Like, dude kind of made us all felons.
Manipulated us and had us looking crazy out in these streets.
I made it out. I was the lucky one that made it out without,
He come out.
you know what I'm saying?
He come out, and y'all go out to drink and have a conversation. Y'all gonna be cool again.
I think me and Mike could be cool again. You don't believe it because I made it out. You know what I'm saying? Before it got fucked up for me.
I made it out too, but I lost a lot. And not to say that we couldn't sit down and have a conversation, but like at one point we were all really close.
Very.
Like niggas.
Every Saturday
we meet.
Every Saturday. We was planning we was pinky in the brain trying to take over the world.
We was breaking bread with each other. Niggas was
bringing money. You had your whatever we brought every Saturday.
Yeah, like we was making, like I would never trust him like with anything business related. Like, could the relationship be restored or we could be cordial? Yeah, but what happened on top? Like, if somebody fucked me over with money, like that's a deal breaker for me because I work hard for my shit.
See, like, let me tell you what I believe though, because it may not be right. Because like I said, towards the when it got real bad, I wasn't around, so I don't know how true this may be. But I believe this. I believe he got punked too. I believe his man is what pumped him up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was a trickle down effect.
Yeah,
once you got played at the top,
I mean,
now you got
that's
air
how-
in your face.
That's how pyramid schemes work.
So I don't think.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is,
I mean, that's
it was definitely a little,
It's a
slippery
pyramid
slippery slope. to that
so
shit.
with that, I don't hold him 100% villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got fucked too. He was believing the same shit we was believing. He was like, yeah, we can do this for real. He wasn't lying. He was like, I believe we can do this shit because of some other nigga, the head nigga of the pyramid, fucking everybody down like that. So I believe he got out tomorrow. He hit me up. We definitely
can have a
kick it.
conversation.
We have a conversation and talk and be cordial.
But that money and even not the position I got put in, seeing other people get fucked over that were still part of our circle or even within the reach of our circle, seeing what they went through, that shit was a deal breaker.
See, 'cause I didn't see a lot of that shit 'cause I left at the last minute, man. It's just kind of weird.
All right, so like in relationships, right? You meet a young lady, you guys go out on a few dates, and then what can this person tell you on date number 3? First date was great. Second date was great. Third date has been going great. Great conversation, everything popping off. And she said, I do got to tell you something. What would that something be like, yep, this is a deal breaker?
I got
I used
herpes.
to have a penis.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Deal breaker both.
Hey, listen, a girl told me she had AIDS.
Deal breaker.
We can be cool.
For
We
sure.
can still be cool.
We
You
talking-
will never taste this dick, though, sweetheart.
But think about
Not
it.
ever.
How long ago this had to be? This was before my girl. We talking 20 years prior. You know what I'm saying? She said, and she didn't have AIDS. She just said the shit. Like, she just out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? Why would you tell me some shit like that? Like, we wasn't even.
Full disclosure. She just wanted you to.
But she didn't have it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So
Everything is alleged around
everything
here.
is allegedly. So, but yeah.
How many children for you? You meet a woman and you on the third date, and she say, I have 4 children. Is that a deal breaker?
Do I still got the 2 that I have now?
Shit, yeah.
Then I don't want no more kids. I'm done.
Shit, I don't got none. If you tell me you got 4, that
You tell me you got 1, I'm done. I got 2 and I'm good. I got a girl and a boy.
I can feel you on that one.
Right.
4, 5.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be perfectly honest. I dated a woman one time. She had 7 kids. 7 kids.
Like you planned on
5 different fathers.
Oh,
So when you say
Are they
you
all
dated,
alive?
you were trying to have sex with this woman,
Are
or
you
you
in prison?
wanted to be in a relationship with this woman?
We definitely were having sex, and I'll be honest. The qualities about her, she was a good woman.
she was a good woman.
Yeah, like she was an incredible woman. I can't take nothing away from her.
All right.
I mean, the
You wanted
kids.
to be did you want to be in a relationship with this woman? And,
Yes,
and move
yes.
forward
At
and
one
make
point,
something
I
right?
wanted to be in a relationship with her. Yes.
I will say this though, I wouldn't want. It wouldn't be ideal if they had a child. If the qualities were there, she was a good woman. I saw
This
something in her.
date is number 3. So
This
you
date
ain't got,
number 3.
You ain't got too far in.
And
like,
she got-
hey, I got 7 children.
Now
That's a deal breaker.
We're not having unprotected sex because I know what's gonna happen is that I got that super serum. I'm gonna knock you up with baby
I'm
number 8.
I'm just looking at it like this. You could be a great person. If you have 7 children, that's just a situation I'm not ready to be in.
And
That's
you
cool.
seem irresponsible.
Because that could be very
You seem very irresponsible. You might be a good person, but you seem very
You know what I'm
irresponsible.
saying? Because how would that work as far as our personal time together? Am I supposed to come in and be a father to these? Like, it's just a weird.
I can just speak for myself. She didn't look for me to be like a father figure.
I mean, not that you looking for me, but if I'm going to be spending time with you, I'm going to be around these children. There's going to be some form
An
of attachment.
yeah, interaction.
And it's a different, if they all different fathers and different fathers, whatever, now have interactions and have to have a relationship with 3 and 4. Like, it's just a lot.
It takes
And
a strong
for me right now,
motherfucker, man.
I would have to bow out.
That's cool. I mean, it's
I
not
think
for
that's
everybody.
a deal. I think that's a deal
It
breaker.
takes-
just because you have children, that's nothing new. I mean, at my age, nigga,
And I
you
mean-
gonna have somebody's gonna have a kid. But
And-
7,
To raise somebody else's kids, though, I always salute like stepfathers and stepmothers and stuff like that. That's tough, man.
I mean, I look at it like this. I'm a man with a bunch of kids.
you got a bunch, nigga.
Yeah, I got a nice little crew, and we a package deal. And people that want to deal with me seriously, I throw it out there because you know what? It's not for everybody.
Right.
And if it's not for you, that's cool. Let's not waste each other's time.
Exactly.
And
Let's
you can
put it on
keep
the
your
table right now.
you can keep your shit moving. And it's no hard feelings,
Right, I
no love
understand.
lost.
I got it.
But I mean, not everybody can join the army. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you got to be a soldier to fuck around here because we
Yes.
eat the weak.
Right.
What's the deal breaker at work? You hear your boss say something, I gotta quit this job.
Boy,
You quitting off rip?
you call me boy, I'ma fuck you up. If a nigga call me a boy, don't call me boy.
That sounds like a real deal breaker for you. In real life.
Yeah.
Off the top, don't call me boy.
I was gonna go with the N word.
Well, that's number like 1.
You quit your job? 'Cause
Like-
deal breaker me, I'm quitting my job today.
Yo, yes.
Yeah, and it also depends on how you use the. Is it with the ER and what type of inflection you use?
You heard
with
your
that shit.
heard your boss refer to you as a fucking nigger,
A white boss. I'm
Yeah.
assuming, right?
non-black.
Okay, right. Asian. You got an Asian boss. He calls you a nigger.
You quitting that day, or do you stay and sue and do like what's the deal breaker? Like,
I'm a DDT that nigga through a table and I'm out this bitch.
We
I'm
fighting.
pushing computers out on the way out the door.
On site. Like on site. I don't play with the racial shit. I don't play.
Or
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
or like I'll quit a job if you are doing something or directly in questioning my integrity and my good name. Like if it's for some malicious shit, like some shit. So I give you an example.
Yeah,
I got
give me one.
I got a
Right.
partner of mine. He's moved up the ranks through Foot Locker. He's now like a corporate manager and has an area of territories. But he told me like throughout his journey, through Foot Locker, like he ran a store. If somebody quit or they caught somebody stealing, they just accuse you of stealing everything. So I catch you stealing a pair of Jordans. Now everything that got
stolen in the past.
stole in the last
It's you.
quarter, it was your ass. And then they're prosecuting you for something like that. So I mean, if I get accused of something that's egregious, now I'm not saying I steal from jobs. I've done it before, but
I got a story you want to hear once you get done.
Oh, story time with Jake. Go ahead and give it to us, homie.
Okay, listen. I stole a lot, right? I've stolen a lot of material and clothing from my job. Can I say? Should I say it?
How long ago has it been? At least 7 years?
Oh, yeah, way.
Oh, go ahead and throw them out there.
Okay, look, I used to work at Burlington Crow Factory, right?
Burlington Coat Factory?
I got busy.
Okay.
I mean, like, really, I was making more for that than my check. I was getting busy.
I feel you.
Right?
I feel you.
So, I got fired, but not for stealing. I got accused of threatening a white woman. I got accused of threatening a white woman, right?
She found out about the underground ring.
I don't know what. No, see,
Was it a customer?
no. Our store was kind of fucked up, right? Over there on Chicago and Telegraph.
Oh, man, I know which one you're talking about.
Met my wife there, by the way.
Okay.
So
it wasn't all bad.
no, because I was like, get closer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So our store was fucked up. So they had regional people come out, help us clean the store up. You know, help us get it together, whatever. White women coming out, whatever, like that. So, and it was some other dude that did it, but she was afraid of him. Naturally, he threatened her. So she said,
And all you niggas look alike.
exactly. So
If
she
I get
said,
one, I get them all.
called me in the office. So and so said, you threatened to, I'm gonna get you. What was the line?
I'm going to get you, sucker.
It was I'm gonna get you, you bitch. It was something crazy. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Which is karma though. I got fired, but I was ganking them, like, you know. So I got fired for that. And then, as I was walking out, they said, "What happened?" They said, you know, I threatened a white chick, and the dude that did it said, "No, I did that shit, right?" So I'm like, "Look, I came back up there with my homeboy."
You were getting your job back, coming back there with your homeboy.
Right. I was coming to get my last check. And my homeboy was like, point him out to me. I said, no, I'm not pointing him out to you. I said, I'm just coming to get my check. Don't start no shit, right? But that's the nigga right there. That's right there. Because the thing about it, the nigga that did it, he wasn't trying to be, I'ma still blame my man. He was like, I did this shit and they didn't care. At this point, I was already fired. It didn't matter to him no more. My man's about to strangle him up. He grabbed a tie, you know, like one of the ties. He wrapped it around his hand. He was supposed to say you the nigga that did it. He was behind you, and he said he looking like, give me the word.
He's gonna take him out for Burlington Coat Factory.
He said, give me the word.
Niggas fooling, dog.
He said, give me the word.
So
It's more than just great coats, man.
So your deal breaker is racism.
Racism, as far as jobs, yeah.
All right, so I asked this question. I was going back and forth with somebody on online on Twitter. What's your deal breaker with the police?
What do you mean in terms of fighting?
So I had posted something online.
Man, I got a terrible story. And
I had posted something online, and I said, if you see the police beating and killing me, don't record me. Help me. Because I see videos all the time where everybody standing around with their motherfucking phones while your loved ones, your brother, sister, cousin, is getting beat the fuck up, maced unjustly. Like if you on some fuck shit, sometimes shit happens, right?
Yeah.
But unjustly in front of your mom and in front of the family, and everybody just recording, and everybody gonna hashtag you to fucking death after you already did. But like I'm saying is, don't record me, help me. And then somebody said, well, now you're gonna have two victims. Or something
you're
like
gonna
this.
die if you help. You dead.
If this is my family, then I'm
willing
to die.
Right.
So I'm
exactly.
saying, so I'm like, so you mean to tell me if your brother, wrongly accused or whatever, is getting stumped out, beat in front of your mom, in front of the neighborhood, what are you going to do? I'm gonna console my mom. I said, damn. Like at some point, as a man, as an individual,
My mama gonna have two dead sons.
Yeah.
What is the cutoff where it's like, all right, fam, look, I'm pulling it out. Not saying that you need to go in there and attack or shoot or kill a cop. Like,
you're trying to stop
jump
it.
in there. Like, I'm gonna pull you off
Right.
of them,
Yeah.
or whatever the situation is. This not about to go down right now. Go ahead and call for backup. Do whatever you need to do. But guess what? This not about to go down this way right now.
Not with
in
my
front
brother.
of me.
Now, would you do that if just another brother?
I might.
Yeah,
That's
depending on how
that's the
egregious
thing.
this shit is going
thing.
on. Like,
About my level of information with the system. I mean, like, God damn, you a human on
Yeah.
the human level.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I feel
it got to
you.
be a deal breaker at some point. Like, hey, I just can't sit back and watch this shit.
Yeah.
I think back when Tupac saw 2 off-duty police officers fucking up that man, and that's when he shot
Yeah.
2 cops. Like, hey, I saw this injustice happen, and I had to step in.
It's funny.
At some point, there is a deal breaker, right? I mean, there's always a deal breaker. Everybody got their limits. What is that limit?
You know what? I got a deal breaker, and it's a terrible story time with Dame about me and the police. Yeah, we can ring the motherfucking bell right now. It has a terrible ending. I feel like I may have talked about this on a podcast, but, here it goes. So one point in time, we were working for Comcast Cable out in Sterling Heights, and I got pulled over by a police officer who said I made a rolling stop at a stop sign. Still in my Dodge Neon back in them days.
Oh, you weren't working then?
No, I was working. I worked for Comcast. I was never a tech. I worked inside of the building. Like,
Oh, I mean, as far as like, were you in a company car?
no, I was in my personal.
Oh, okay.
So I made a rolling stop, leaving outside of work. Police officer pulls me over. Now I got some tents on my Neon. I got a little
was
tent on the
styling?
plate.
You was styling?
I'm nigga down from day one. So I got tents on the plate too. And he says, I'm gonna give you the ticket for the rolling stop, but I'm not gonna hit you with these tickets for tents on the plate and tents on your window. I call in the next day for my ticket. Sure as shit, he hit me with the tents. So I said, you know what? I'm going to court and I'm going to fight this shit. I go to court, tell him what happened. The officer tells his side. Who do they side with? The police officer.
Of course.
The long arm of the law. So back in the day when we worked at Comcast, we used to have this system where you could look up, to set somebody's cable up, you could look them up where they live, and it had their full social security number on the account. I looked up this police officer in particular and where he lived at. And this was like around Memorial Day weekend. I didn't turn off his cable, which I could have at the time, but I figured I turned the nigga cable off, they gonna point the finger right back at me. But I called and turned all of his utilities off. I turned off his lights, gas, water, telephone. I turned every fucking thing off. Now maybe 4 days later, and when I turned them off, I told the people, the representatives, look, I'm having problems with my identity. Please don't let someone call here and turn my things back on. Flag the account. So he had to go to the offices to get his shit turned back on. He shows up at my job. I get a tap on my shoulder from one of my superiors at the time that there's someone here wanting to see you. It was the officer that pulled me over. We are in a room. It's me, the police officer, and one of my superiors at the time, and he's going through the whole rundown of, I know you did this. I know you turned my stuff off. I said, they had already pulled up his account. Your cable's active. What are you talking about? He's like, no, my lights and everything. I know you did it. I looked that man square in the eye. I said, if you knew I did it, we'd be having this conversation in the precinct and not here at my fucking job. Mm. And I walked out. So I'm left and I'm thinking shit's cool.
Why you think that though? Why would you think that?
Because I stood up to the pig and the shit was done with. So I leave out and I get pulled over leaving that day from work.
Of course.
And essentially, I got pulled over at least twice a month for the next 6 months after that shit happened. So this was around the time when the Matrix movies was a big deal.
What's poppin'?
I think it was like the third one came out. So me, my ex-wife, and a bunch of our friends, we went to see the Matrix at the movie theater that was right next door to my job. Who do I see there at the job? This police officer, his wife, and his young daughter. They are walking, talking, having a good time. The little girl is holding the popcorn. I see him. I see her. I run up to him. I smack the popcorn out this little girl's hand. She couldn't be older than 5 or 6.
Really?
So now there's popcorn everywhere. People are looking. It's a fucking scene. And he makes eye contact and he sees that it's me. We just stare each other down and go our own separate ways.
You was a ballsy motherfucker.
I was, young, bossy, brash as God made me. So we go our own separate ways. I continue to get pulled over every month for probably like the next 3 months after that. At least, bare ass minimum, at least twice a month. This whole thing ended because Say 6 months after the incident happened, I'm happy to look on the news, and what do I see? 2 police officers were ambushed and killed. Which is one of those officers that was killed? The nigga I had beef with. Proof positive that bastards deserve to die, and they die young.
That's what you got.
That's what I came up with.
Oh my God. No, dog.
Don't fuck with Dame or you die.
No, dog.
That's the moral of my fucking story.
No, man. Just no, dog. Just no, man. Just no, dog.
Oh, man.
You lie on me in court, you're gonna die one day.
And you got a court date coming up?
I do got a court date coming up. Watch yourself.
What's on wood
For
at,
entertainment person. These are for this
Right.
is for
You
entertainment
need a
purposes.
disclaimer right now. Somebody run some type of commercial or sponsor some shit like.
All right, man. I think that's all for deal breakers, man. You ruined it with the deal breakers. And
You
shit.
did end it on a real dark mode.
Hey man, lie on me in court if you want to. You can't lie to Jesus.
Jesus.
Man, just remember, dog. You can't escape karma.
No, man, I'm like karma ain't got no expiration date, and I'm dealing with that shit right now.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of fucked up things in my life.
So you got
Point being with this story, so I'm dealing with the acts of.
Yeah, so you got to reel it back in because karma.
Karma's a bitch. I got another story though. No, about me stealing too. No,
Hey man, you don't have to come back with us and fuck with us, and hopefully you'll be starting your own podcast soon. Give out all your social media information where people can find you at, fam.
Jamonte Clear was my Facebook one. Is
You're gonna have to spell it.
I'm about to spell it. I'm about to. It's JAMUNTA, and I think if I'm not mistaken, what's that? Underscore Clear CLEAR.
Been out of school for a long time.
Long time. And I don't got a Twitter. I don't fuck with Twitter. I got an Instagram. Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it is. Dame Gone Wild. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Lie on me in court if you want to.
Man, just follow the Shop Talk podcast on Instagram, man. It's J Johnson 313 on everything. But follow the Shop Talk podcast on Instagram. Go to the website shoptalkpod.com and go fuck with the videos, man. We put videos up all the episodes on YouTube. Just search hashtag Shop Talk Podcast or YouTube J Johnson 313. I'm out here. I think that's it for this week, man. You got anything you want to pub?
No, man. Oh, the Shop Talk Podcast Halloween party / Dame Gone Wild birthday party. We putting it out there right now because the shit's going to go down. It's going to fucking slap. The end.
I just want to say thank you guys for having me on here today.
For sure.
It's always an experience when my niggas come through.
It was definitely an experience.
I'm not saying we're the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and motherfucking Dame. Peace.